So what I found interesting about the Laramie project is how it's structured, and how basically the storyline and narrative is specifically relied on opinionative interviews from the townspeople of Laramie, and it also addresses specific issues, which are themes that are overarching the entire play, such as homosexuality, which is the main one. Economics, class, and religion as well is a big player in this rural America setting. In terms of what values are being presented, this kind of goes along with like prejudice and perpetration of hate crimes because of Matthew Shepard's murder, and it's highlighting the historical context of the time period. Like there's a long struggle of gay rights and identity acceptance issues, and religion's also a troubling role in terms of the fight for sexual equality. And moreover, also there's an example in the text where Shepard's father is arguing against a death sentence, which in turn the play addresses another major topic, which is the death penalty and the fact of whether or not is it justifiable to kill someone because she has killed another. Um, Also, in terms of a word I circled was unraveling, and the definition is to investigate and solve or explain. It goes right along with the theme, interviewing the townspeople, getting their opinions on what happened, and seeing if a sort of healing process can come from that in the town as a result of this heinous crime, and that people need to realize that homosexuality uh, is a choice, and it should be justifiable in our modern society. There should be no more hatred or hate crimes like this, and that's what upsets me about reading this is the opinions that people have, and that goes into how the town of Laramie is. Um, in terms of question number 4 on the issue of diversity, uh, there's no acceptance for gays, and the gay community is uh, looked down upon. For example, in the interviews, uh, for example, they interview Reverend Fred Phelps, who continues to say God's clear hate for homosexuals, and he says he will continue to preach God's hate as this hate is pure, coming from God. And a number of townspeople, though, are on the side of Matthew Shepard, and they object this sort of improper thinking. And at the end, what happens is McKinney is charged with a felony manslaughter, which means he could have received the death penalty but didn't. But the father of Matthew Shepard asked that the boy be spared, as the healing process must begin somewhere. So the judge ends up honoring this, and this is how the life in prison sentence happens. And question number 5. The way the play is structured is 3 acts instead of 2, which is different than the episodic structure, and is primarily composed of interviews and word of mouth, which is different than other plays we've done, such as Intimate Apparel. That's what makes it different. And the topics it covers are real world topics. Question number 6. What questions? Why is homosexuality looked down upon, and how come people from these rural areas are not willing to change their stance on things, and why are they so one sided on issues?